to the greatest sports media piece
Yeah.
of all time?
All right. Yeah. So greatest franchise in the history of sports, firing on all cylinders today. Patriots. So the Patriots released their schedule with an amazing video of Julian Edelman being Will from Goodwill Hunting, Will Hunting, and it was, I mean, fucking all time,
All
all
time.
time, all time. Ernie was in it. Kraft was in it. Mayo was in it. Yeah, Gronk was awesome. Gronk's just
Gronk
amazing.
Glenn Affleck's character is so perfect, and I'm
He's
just so
awesome.
happy they got everyone to do this. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, and then they came in after as the town, and they were like, "Wrong movie, guys."
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne and David Andrews, and I think Marcus Jones was there too.
Yeah,
And I was like, "Let's go! This is
if
so."
you're if you're a true Patriots fan, just go watch this for the pure excitement you'll have. It's gonna change your year.
Oh my god, it changed my year. Like, this
It was
is
awesome.
it was so good. I love this is like the perfect representation of the fact that this franchise has changed. This would never happen with Bill Belichick still in the
I
building.
know, and
And I love Bill,
I love it
but
because like it's great content, but it feels kind of corny to me.
what?
It just feels like not corny at all. Like I loved it, but I'm like, this team is not what it used to be. Like we're not a powerhouse anymore. It's like we've moved on to this like not I didn't mean to say corny. It's just like this is something that like the Bengals would do or something. Like the
Yeah,
Ravens.
well,
Like,
that's what we are now. That's what we are now.
it's what it is. It's also social media. It is what we are. We have changed. We wanted to
Yeah.
change the Patriot way, and the Patriot way has changed, and this is what we have.
Yep.
But the schedule was
I'm
released. Go watch that video. We're gonna
if we're
post it.
changed to Goodwill Hunting parodies with Julian Edelman, Grob Gronkowski, I'm
Yeah,
fine by
I don't
that.
even
Even
need
if
to
we
play.
stay,
I don't even need to play
if
football
we
games.
every time we lose, which we'll go through and tell you every time, probably around 6 times. I'll just watch that video at the end and forget it all because oh my god,
Yeah,
that
should be
was so
fine.
good.
Yeah, but go watch
Uh,
that video. It's
I'm,
awesome.
I was shocked when they got Mayo in it. I was like,
I know.
this is great. I'm happy. I'm happy. This is the direction that this
What was
franchise.
what was the subtle hints at like Edelman working for the Patriots?
I know. Was that just like a well?
I couldn't.
That's like the plot of the movie. So I
I
guess
know.
that's like. So I guess that's what they're doing, and maybe that is they like thought it could kind of work both ways because a lot of people are like, "Oh, you
Yeah,
got Hightower and all these guys. Maybe Edelman could be the wide receivers coach or something." But so I guess it kind of worked. But he'll
they've
never
also
be a
been
coach.
hinting big time about the like wearing the retro jerseys,
Mm-hmm.
which I mean I need him at least once.
Would you, if the Patriots make their main jerseys the retro jerseys, happy, sad, confused?
So
How do you
happy.
feel?
I'm not a fan of the current jerseys. You know this. I hate the little font. It doesn't match. Like Tyquan Thornton's name on it looks so stupid. I think. I
The
don't know.
11 doesn't look good. The 11 number
The
does not
11
look
looks
good.
bad.
When Jules wore it, it looked weird.
Yeah, I don't like the font on it and the colors. It just like doesn't give me like a winning franchise uniform vibe.
I agree. The some guy did a mock up today of almost like the reverse retro style that like hockey did, where it's like kind of retro, kind of current with the like '90s jerseys with
Yeah.
the like current colorway. I like the current colorway. It's just I don't love the uniforms, but there was like the font was the '90s font, and there was like
Oh,
gray pants. I'll send it to you. It was sweet.
that's
That would be like bold, but that would be one where I'm like, oh, those are hands down the best uniforms in the league.
yeah. I think we're
So
like I don't know how it works. I think you can change your uniforms every 3 years. So I think next
yeah,
season we can like fully change them. Like
I think
obviously
we have yeah.
I think you can wear the retros like whatever you want to do, like alternates, whatever. But I think you can fully change your home and away like next year. I don't really. I just saw something about that.
No, three is
Um,
definitely right. I don't know if we've had them for 3 or 4. I forget, but
yeah. Before we get
no,
into
the
the
uniform.
schedule, I want to shout
Yeah,
out all the Patriots rookies. They've been. I mean, Jalen Polk
the
seems
best.
awesome. All the like him and Drake May at the Bruins wearing their jerseys was fucking awesome.
They all the wideouts pulled up in all the Bruins gear and did like a video for him. I'm like,
Yep,
yes,
I know.
yes.
Pop Douglas is so short.
He's so short, but that's
So
fine.
short.
We
No, it's
have
fine. I'm
short
not saying it's a
receivers.
bad thing. It's just like maybe Jalen Polk's just really tall, and
Yeah,
Javon Parker, Javon
Javon Bigger.
Baker.
This is like this is like a it's almost like they're actually listening to the fans from a
Mhm.
social media perspective, you know, because before we'd always be like, oh, it'd be cool if they did this, but they'll never do this. And
Yeah,
now it's like, no, we're so hungry for a revamped Patriots team with offensive players, and they're giving it to us. They are feeding it to us. They're like, oh, the people wanted to see Drake May. We're going to give them to them. People want to see Jalen Polk and Javon Baker being a Patriot. Like, we're going to give it to them. And I am taking it all.
Yeah. All right. So do you want to go through our
Jalen Polk at the Bruins game for like
what was that?
a while? My lock screen's Jalen Polk and Drake May at the Bruins game.
That's awesome. Mine's Kermit the Frog. Do you want to do like a little season prediction on like maybe when Drake May will come in, some questions we have, or do you want to just rip through the schedule, do each of our own win-losses, and then go through it after?
I'm more interested in your win-losses, Tyus.
Okay. I can get into it.
Because I know you've done a lot of research on the actual games. I have not. You're kind of a savant when it comes to this sort of thing. So
well, yeah, I had the schedule a couple days before. Obviously, I couldn't release it because of our insider stuff. I didn't want to, break that connection. But I've had this schedule for a couple days now, so I've really been diving deep into it. I've been looking at depth charts and whatnot. So we're starting off the year on the road, September 8th, playing the Bengals. Joe Burrow coming back, hasn't played a lot last year. You know who did play a lot last year?
Who's that?
Jacoby Brissett.
Oh my God, it's a win.
A little bit warmer than Joe Burrow might be. So I think we're gonna like stomp into Cincinnati and blow this team out of the water. And everyone's gonna be like, "What the hell is going on here?" And we'll be like, "Yeah, the Patriots are back." And I'm out on the Bengals, big time. Out on the Bengals. I think they're gonna have a great season. Next, we're going home opener versus the Seahawks. This is a game that a lot of people probably are going to chalk up as a win on our record, but to me, this team is just really good at putting points on the board, and it's going to be tough to outscore them. So there's a high likely chance that we score the same amount as them. So I think that's going to be a tie week 2. Unfortunately, home opener, 0-1-1. And then we're starting off the division games away in New York, playing the Jets. Aaron Rodgers obviously going to be out with an Achilles injury.
Primetime game of the year.
This is our only primetime game. That's right, only primetime game. Yeah, I think depends who's playing quarterback. I really think Aaron Rodgers will be down with an Achilles injury. They're opening up the year again. Monday night.
Oh, the Jets being like, why couldn't it just be a 1:00 game against the Titans?
Why couldn't we have a bye week 1?
Against like Nick Bosa too. It was against San Fran, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna chalk this up as a loss though. So I think we're gonna start off 1-1-1, and then 49ers, really good team. Don't even need to get into it. That's obviously a tie. 1-1-2.
Okay.
And then we play the Dolphins, who I don't even know if Tua will be on a team at this point. I think we could win this game by triple digits. Okay. Boat race them at home. This is the first Drake May game, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Boat race them. So what are we now? 2-1. Then we go into we're home. Home versus the Texans. They are, the best young team in football, but they haven't played us yet. We win probably on like a game-winning field goal or something. So we're
3-1-2.
3-1-2. Yeah, good start to the year. Already approaching our win total over.
Yep.
And then we go across the pond to play the Jaguars. 9:30 start time.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough game. I think this could be a loss, but there's a good chance neither team scores at all. So I'm just going to chalk it up as a tie.
Okay.
3-1-3.
Cool.
Then we're going to play the Jets at home. Jets at home. I think this Jets team is going to be really good, but Drake May coming back home, I think he's going to be really good. So I think that's another win, 4-1-3.
Okay.
Titans
wow.
Obviously.
Good stuff from us.
Titans obviously probably our easiest game of the year, so we'll lose it. That's a loss. 4-2-3. And then away at the Bears. The battle of the two best young quarterbacks could be something to see. There's a good chance this game goes into overtime and no one really scores in the overtime,
True.
This could be a battle for the ages that no one comes out on top.
True.
That's just what people are saying about this game so far, at least the November 10th Bears-Patriots game. A lot of people are breaking it down as an overtime tie.
Yep, tie. Okay. So that's 4 ties, 4, 2, and 4.
4-2-4. Okay, this is a tough game. The Rams.
Yeah.
I think we lose. The Rams are better. Like Matt Stafford's better than people think, and we're at home, but that doesn't matter.
Okay.
I think we drop another one on the road. It's going to be we're playing the
Which is
Dolphins
weird.
next.
We just beat them by 100 points the last time we played them, but
I know, but the Dolphins in New England is different than the Dolphins in Miami.
true. So
And then
4,
we
4, and 4.
play. Yeah, we play the Colts. Anthony Richardson's going to go for 300 yards on the ground. I know, man. I know. I want another win too, but Drake May,
We're
you can't win
colliding.
them all.
This is
Can't win
3
them
straight
all.
losses for us.
I know. Well, listen, we're not a great team. We're going to skid here and there.
We're 4, 5, and 4.
4, 5, and 4, and then you have the bye week. Obvious tie. I mean, you can't win, you can't lose. It's just a time to rest. Bye. Bye means tie. That's what I always say about the NFL schedule.
Yep.
We play the Cardinals. Cardinals are, I think, one of the most underrated teams in the league.
Mm.
I think they're going to make the playoffs. We're going to beat them, obviously.
Okay.
What are we now?
5, 5, and 5.
Okay, 5, 5, and 5. We'll probably split against the Bills, and then I don't know. Probably just tie the Chargers.
Oh, okay. So a clean 6, 6, and 6. That is your prediction for the Patriots 2024 record.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get out ahead of it. I think this could be the tie record.
Yeah. Yep.
And we don't even play Mike the Tie Tomlin.
We don't even play the Ty Tomlin. I don't know if Mike Tomlin's ever tied.
Well,
What's crazy is we have 18 games on this record here, and we only play 17. So people are going to be worried about that. People are going to maybe, but that's part of the game. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, it's because these analysts, these insiders, don't know about bye equals tie. It's a simple rule that it's clearly we've lost it in our minds. I can't even say.
Yep. Well, great stuff. Thanks for breaking that down for us.
That's just my mock one. I'll obviously break it down further into the future. I really don't see it changing too much. I'm telling you, that Bears game is going to be a hell of a game.
Okay. Yeah.
Hell of a game.
It's going to be a hell of a game when it's Jacoby Brissett starting.
I'm thinking 34-34.
Okay. Clean. Even. That would be so fun. I just want to see some touchdowns this year.
I don't think
when does Drake May throw his first touchdown pass? Probably he probably gets put in the 100-point route of the Dolphins.
I think it could be that October 6th game versus the Dolphins. That's our 5th game. If we start like 1-3 and Jacoby looks bad, I don't see why you can't just put him in. Like we're at 1-3, you're not going to make the playoffs anyway. It's not like we're trying to make the playoffs, but I could see us coming home from San Fran like defeated, and we need a boost, and they could start him in the second half, maybe something like that. But it's a weird spot. The schedule is actually looking at it. We have 2 West Coast games, and usually they're stacked, and ours are completely at different times of the year, and then we go to England. Don't get a bye afterwards, and our bye is super late in the year, which is just weird. I don't know. It's a really tough schedule for a team that went 4-15 last year.
It really is. It really is.
I don't understand what we're supposed to do with this. I know our division's tough, but like we play the 49ers could destroy us, and then I think we could come home. Like we have, if the Jets are good this year, we'd play the Jets, the 49ers, the Dolphins, the Texans who are good, the Jaguars who are good, and then the Jets again. So I don't. And then we play the Titans who are mediocre, the Bears who are supposed to be good, the Rams who are always good, Dolphins again. Like there's just not a lot of. I was looking at it and I was like, what game are you most confident in us winning?
The Titans.
Titans on the road.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know it's not the same Titans team as it was with like Vrabel and Derrick Henry, but
it's like a really good offseason, So
yeah, and we're bad. We're bad. It's like maybe the Seahawks week 2.
Yeah, I know it's not looking great, but my thing is like we have no idea what this Patriots team is going to look like. Like before we could really accurately predict it because we like knew how our team was going to be run. We have no idea. Like our offense could be the worst thing we've ever seen. It could be like week 1, it's a mess, which this seems likely. Like week 1, it's just a mess. Then by like week 8, it's like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Or it could be like randomly completely different. Like we actually have just no idea. No idea. It's not. I don't know. Like this does not mean anything anymore. Yeah. I mean, I guess it does for the defense. Like the defense will be fine, but offensively, I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea. I have no idea who's going to be playing
But
quarterback. I have no.
the defense also, like, who knows if it's going to be fine. Bill Belichick really was the defense. The preparation he did, like, for the team was like unparalleled in the league for so many years. Like, we don't know if they're going to keep that standard. We could have some bad defensive efforts at, like, it's just what happens with bad football teams.
And getting like losing like because of like losing like random close games because our clock management is bad, which it's
Yeah,
never been ever, but
I know.
it might
It's
be now because we're a first year head coach.
it's
We have
also
no
like we're playing the Jets twice, the Dolphins twice. Like, it's not like it used to be where it's like, well, bare minimum split those. It's like we could
right.
with ease lose every division game.
Yeah. And but also like at the same time, I think people think the Patriots are like horrible still.
Yeah,
Kurt Benkert said that this is the worst situation for a quarterback like in the league is the Patriots, and Drake May has
it,
easily the worst. I think they're undervalued, but
yeah.
I can't be against it because I just have no idea. But I think people are ignoring like there's actually a lot of positives with this team, and I think
There
people
is.
are like ignoring that at all. Which I'm like, all right, there's negatives too, and there's uncertainties too. But they could like if it's not the craziest thing to say that this team goes over 5.5. Like I really don't, and it's
Oh,
plus
that's not
115.
crazy. We're definitely a bottom five, bottom 10 team, but I mean, the NFL's the NFL. Any given Sunday, we could definitely squeeze out 6 wins. If you're
Yeah.
trying to look at this schedule optimistically, which let's do it because we're not Felger and Mass.
Oh yeah.
We're playing three first-year head coaches.
Okay.
We only have one primetime game, so we don't have to worry about sucking during those. The
Mhm.
Cardinals, after a bye, Cardinals aren't great. There's a good chance we can split division games. Um,
In terms of offenses, then maybe our defenses can exploit a Colts, maybe like a
a
young
Colts.
quarterback,
I
really
mean,
first year quarterback, and Anthony
the
Richardson. A
who
Titans,
knows?
maybe.
Who really knows what the Bears are going to look like? The Jets are always in shambles. The Texans, everyone's so high on them that it feels like they have to kind of come down to earth a little bit. And we play them at
Mhm.
home.
Right.
Jaguars on the road. Who fucking knows what could happen there? That's like their second stadium, but who knows? Bengals week
Yep.
one is like Joe Burrow actually hasn't played in a year.
And week one's just a,
Week
you know,
one's week one. Week one never goes as people think. So I
mhm.
mean, there's a chance we could squeeze out 7 wins. I don't know.
You think Drake May will play this year though? Start. You think Drake May will start a game this year?
Yeah, I mean,
It's tricky. It's an
by the
impossible
time
thing to say because we don't know
it is,
anything.
it's
Like,
impossible.
May
Like,
he has a lot of work to do, which like of course he does. He's a rookie.
yeah, of course. But by the time the bye week happens, we're not going to have more than 4 wins. So it's like it can't hurt to just toss them in there.
That's the thing that's tricky about the Packers and the Chiefs model is like they were already really good. So it's like
Yeah,
they weren't in a position where they were 2-8 and they were like, nope, we got to keep. Well, obviously we're sticking with our guy. It's like
yeah,
no, any team would switch their quarterback or thinking about doing it.
yeah.
So that's the situation we're in. I wouldn't mind that situation for Drake just because he's going to come in with zero pressure. You know,
I know.
it's like, dude, we're 2-8, whatever. Like, just do your thing. Like, any positives will be great. So I wouldn't overly hate that.
But also, who knows? Jacoby Brissett could get hurt in the second week, and he's gonna have to start all
True.
year. Like, you don't really know how shit's gonna go.
Justin Herbert was supposed to not play the first year, and then he
Yeah.
came in. Tyler Taylor got stabbed by his own doctor, and Justin Herbert comes in and wins Rookie of the year. So again, we have no clue. I think the Patriots might be the hardest team to predict. I think.
Yeah. I think we're. I mean, we're just gonna be bad. There's like obviously some games that we could win that we shouldn't win. Like we could maybe beat the Dolphins, maybe I don't know, beat the Bills or
But
something.
again,
But
like,
like,
I don't know. I don't. All the like smart people are like, dude, I love Drake May's upside. He just can't play right now. So that's probably what I should, listen to. But obviously, there's part of me where I'm like, dude, our offense is going to look completely different. What if it's completely different in a good way? What if Jalen Polk is just like what if Jalen Polk is just T Higgins like
yeah,
already?
but that's the same people that were saying C.J. Stroud's dumb as rocks and he can't throw super accurately, and then he did both. He did the counterpoint of both those things this past year.
Yep.
And he
Yep.
came out and just destroyed the league. So it's like, who fucking really knows? There
No
were
one
so
knows
many
anything.
people, dude. So many videos I saw. This one guy was quote tweeting all of them because he's a big Drake May guy, and they were talking about how his footwork was bad in mini camp or rookie camp, and they're like, so many people were so high on like Bryce Young in rookie camp. So many people were so high on Trey Lance in rookie camp. Like all these guys that turned out to be shit. Like
Yeah.
what it is. They're athletes. Like I don't know.
Yeah. You know who's going to know though is us because we're going to be going to every single training camp and we'll see them
True.
with our own eye. So
Yeah.
it'll be a lot.
Preseason versus the Panthers, August 8th. Preseason versus the Panthers. We'll be there.
Happy birthday to me.
Right.
That'd actually be such. I've done that before. That'd be fun. I would actually like. I've never really been itching. Training camp's fun, but I was never like itching to go in my adult life. This year, I want to go.
So bad. We should bring Wolfie to film.
Yes.
Try and get some
Great
interviews.
idea. Yes. Drake. Oh, dude, that'd be great. That'd be great stuff. So we'll be there. Pen us in for being there. I don't think I have anything else on my notes.
No, realistically, I think they could go. They could maybe squeeze out 7 games if they have a good year.
Oh, 7 great year. I will be betting the road.
Yeah, I will be too, obviously. But
plus money.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance we're last in the division. It's just whatever. We're like rookie quarterback, rookie head coach. We just came off a dynasty. Like, let's not get our hopes up. We're going to get our hopes up anyway. So
yeah, of course. I was telling my dad just now. This year is going to be way more fun being bad than last year. Way more fun.
Yeah,
last year was
unless Drake May looks so bad.
That'll be less fun, but it'll be like we'll lose like 43-14. But like Javon Baker will score his like 5th touchdown of the year, and we'll be like, I don't care about anything else. That was awesome. It'll be like this, like how we were watching like the early Celtics, like 10 years ago, when we're like, yeah, we're the 8 seed, but Isaiah Thomas is fun. I really love Avery Bradley.
There's either a chance that we start like 2-1 and beat like the Jets and the Seahawks, and I'm like Super Bowl, or there's a chance, or this is what I'm hoping is like. We kind of suck at the start of the year, and then we did like the Cardinals last year where we blew and then won like 4 out of 7. And I was like, dude, we're like a good team going into next year.
That's my dream.
That's the ultimate dream is like we're kind of stinky, and then Drake May comes in for a couple games in the year and we win, like we rattle off 3 of the last 4, and I'm like, whoa, we're hot.
We beat Buffalo in Buffalo, like we beat the Chargers too, and we're like, oh, we got a little team going in next year.
We beat Buffalo in Buffalo when they've already locked up the number 1 seed and they don't start anyone. And we're like, ooh.
Case Keenum is starting.
And destroys us. Hey, let's not forget, Christian Gonzalez is going to come back and win Comeback Player of the Year. And
courtside today, you see that?
MVP. Great. I didn't see it. What was it?
He was courtside just now looking.
So was Russell Wilson, so I don't know what that was about.
Weird. I know. He was Gonzo was there with Hunter Henry. And Jake Rusk was also there with Hampus Lindholm. So.
All the other guys pulled up to who was it? Zappy and a couple other guys. They pulled up to like a Connecticut Sun game or something.